Where in the world is Phil? Hey, Phil.
What's up, man?
What's up, man? You ready for this?
Dude, just getting washed up. Episode 10. You ready?
I am ready. Double digits are here already.
Let's go.
Let's do it.
Dude, what's cracking?
Oh.
Hello, Mr. Bond. Let's go.
This guy's ready
What
for
do we got
business.
here? All right. How you,
A
buddy?
little crossbow action. I'm good. How are you?
Good, man.
Good to see you today.
Looks like you got a little bit of a haircut.
Yeah, a little bit.
Looking
For
sharp.
Mother's Day.
All right. Episode 10. Here we go. I'm excited. This is something a little different, something a little new. Crossbows. What do we got here in front of us today? 10-point crossbows. It looks like we've got a Titan 400, and it looks like we have a VIPER 430. That is huge. That is huge. Both extremely popular units that we sell a ton of, and I'm sure those of you that carry crossbows do as well. For those of you that don't carry crossbows, these are two incredible options to get your hands dirty with and see how it does in your market. For those of you that are back, this is the 10th episode. Thank you so much. Your support has made all of this an easy sell to those of us that have people that we report to. So thank you for going and watching the videos. Thank you for leaving comments, and again, subscribe to the channel, like the videos, and drop your shop name below. We want to see who's watching, and we want to know what it is that you want to see. So if you have any recommendations, please drop them down there below. What do you say we get into this, Dylan?
Let's do it.
All right, let's start with the small one first. And by no means, 400 feet per second is by no means small. Let's see here. First impressions. This thing looks extremely high speed. My understanding of this is from a bang for the buck perspective. This is TenPoint's big offering right here. The big pieces here to keep in mind: 400 feet per second, nothing to slouch at. I believe this is up from 40 feet per second increase over the last generation of this same exact platform. The package does come with everything you're going to need. It comes with a quiver. It does come with 3 bolts. These are carbon bolts. And it does come with this nice scope on top, which, let's take a look at that. Got these nice flip ups there. And I believe, oh yeah, that's very nice. Very, very nice. So that is a good looking package there. Everything you're gonna need. This does come with their AccuDraw silent cocking system. It has everything in place that you're gonna need. Up underneath of here, something that I like is that it does include the handle that you're gonna need to cock this crossbow, which is awesome that it is all inclusive. It is one built-in package. You're not gonna need any other pieces. It's all connected, and you can walk out into the woods and do your thing. The other big things that I would say looking at this is an extremely narrow spread here on the front. We'll see in this later version that we're looking at here, the VIPER, it is a bit more narrow, but for those of you that are hunting out of blinds or confined spaces, this is gonna work. A lot of these bang for the buck level crossbows, they're still a bit wider in the limbs. So it's nice to see that they got that nice and narrow at 400 feet per second. This thing it's going to be extremely efficient. So I do also really love the fact that it has this nice hook on here, and they took the time to throw some rubber coating on there, give you a little grip when you're hanging it from a tree. Also just a little bit of added confidence as you're putting this up there. This being bang for the buck, it is still no slouch from a price perspective. You're still looking at a crossbow that, for a consumer, it's going to be in that $1,000+ price point. So this is a package that is truly, it's an affordable, well-rounded option that's going to give you everything that you need. Once we're done up here, we're actually going to go, and I'm going to shoot this thing a little bit and let you know kind of how we feel about it. So we'll get into that as we get down there. But let's take a look at this, at the VIPER. This is 430 feet per second. A few things right immediately looking at it that are a bit different. The limbs are a bit more narrow. I believe it says it on here, 6.5 inches at the width of the limbs, which is awesome. It does have a upgraded scope on this platform. This is going to allow you to comfortably shoot out to 100 yards. You heard it, folks. Archery at 100 yards. That's absolutely incredible. I mean, I can't think of a situation where I would confidently take a shot at an animal at 100 yards, but it would be pretty awesome to go out to the range and drop some 100-yard bombs out there. Unfortunately today we're not going to have the space to do that, but maybe later down the road. I do like the fact too, looking through that scope, it does remind you on both of these models to keep those dang fingers down. I like that when you look in the scope, it is right there in your face. Also, the grips on both of these as I've grabbed them, they feel comfortable under here. I don't feel anxious about anything slipping up over the top of that shelf there. I do like that quite a bit. This also has a built-in decocking aid, which allows you to go ahead and you can use the crank to get this ready to rock and roll. But then unfortunately, if you do have a night where you do not discharge this crossbow, you can go ahead and you can decock it back down without having to use any additional aids or shooting it into the ground or any of the other questionable practices that may be out there to get your bolt out of that crossbow safely. Both of these crossbows, they're going to make sure that you do not have the ability to dry fire them, and both of these crossbows are going to come with, you know, all the support that TenPoint offers to their consumers and to those dealers alike. So really great packages here. I'm excited to go shoot them. What do you think, Dylan? You ready to go shoot these
Let's
things?
go do this thing, Phil.
All right, man, let's do it. Let's go do that like time warp fast forward thing that you do, okay?
All right, let's do it.
All right, let's make it happen. Hey everybody, as promised, Blackheart sponsored a giveaway a few weeks ago. It was on the 46-inch clinch gun case. We're happy to announce that the Gun Pantry has won. So thank you for interacting with the videos and congratulations on your winnings. We'll make sure that it goes out with your next order that you place with us. We thank all of you for being the best part of Kinseys, and again, drop a comment, subscribe to the channel, and make sure that you're interacting with these videos. We get really excited to give away to you guys. So thank you all so much. Have an awesome day. All right, Dylan, let's give this VIPER 430 a once over here, okay? Like we talked about upstairs, super narrow on the front, comes with this awesome scope. It's gonna allow you to touch out to 100 yards. It's got the cocking and the decocking, which is incredible. It's a great feature. The biggest thing I'll tell you going ahead and putting hands on this and playing around with it a little bit up here is that everything is extremely thoughtful with the way that it is placed. You've got this, the actual crank here, it tucks away extremely nicely, and that is very thoughtful the way that this places into the stock, and you're not going to forget it there. The other thing that I would tell you that I was looking at here is you see these additional stabilizers that come up here onto this base for the scope. I would feel extremely comfortable putting a larger, whether it's a thermal or any type of range finding scope that may be a little bit bigger, a little bit heftier from a weight perspective, come forward on the crossbow a little bit. This is going to accommodate that extremely well. So let's go ahead, let's get this thing loaded up. One of the things that I really do love about this crossbow is the fact that it does have this built-in sled, which is going to be able to go ahead and retract that. So you go ahead and you hit these two little pieces right here. That's going to release this sled here. You're going to bring this forward, connect it there to that cable. It is going to give you a nice audible click once it is attached there. From there, go ahead, connect your crank. Once you're connected there, you're just going to go ahead and simply start cocking this crank. Super easy. Really, anybody with any level of strength is going to be able to crank this thing and get it where you need it to go. Super nice thing about this is that at any point in time when you are cranking this bow, if you stop, this is not going to unravel on you. You're not going to drop all of the work that you put into it. It's not going to fly out of your hand. It's just going to sit right here, which is really nice. When you do get to the end of this cocking cycle, it is going to give you a nice audible click. There it is, to let you know that you are where you need to be. From there, go ahead and decock this thing a couple of revolutions. You hit this little button here, that will release the actual crank from the side. Once you have this thing ready to rock and roll, obviously you're going to go ahead and place your bolt here inside of it. White vane is going to go down. You should get a nice positive feedback and a firm touch when you go and you place that in the back. I do like that. Some crossbows you shoot, when you go and you place that bolt, it's a little questionable. Is it seated? Is it not? The good news is that with this crossbow, it is not going to let you shoot this thing dry fired, even if that bolt is only off by, you know, a fraction of an inch. So let's go ahead and shoot this thing. Let's see what we think. I do really like the fact that it has this awesome protective hood over the top of it. I feel comfortable that my hand's not going to be up there just by happenstance. So go ahead and we'll put this on the fire, and let's see. Very nice. Very, very nice. It blows my mind every time I shoot one of these high-powered crossbows. It has recoil, folks. I mean, that's just like unbelievable. Looks like pretty nice shot right there, right outside the 12 ring. We're doing okay. I'm impressed. Let's go ahead and put this down over here. I've got the Titan 400 already ready to rock and roll over here. Let's take a look at this one. A little bit of a different application as far as cranking this. You do have a built-in sled that's here on the back of it. You bring this up over the forge, you crank it back, same thing, it's going to be assisted. It is also going to be silent, and at any point in time during that cranking cycle you could stop, and it's, you know, it's gonna stay there. It's not going to unravel on you, which is great. So this one's already cocked and ready to go. Let's throw a bolt in here. Let's see if we can tell any difference between the two. Again, very, very audible click when you put that bolt in there, give you some confidence. Again, it feels very good in hand. I feel safe. I don't feel like anything crazy is about to happen. Let's see how this thing does. All right. Well, we didn't connect two bolts together, which is good. Okay, folks? So at the end of the day, trigger in this, very, very similar feel. I feel like I have a confidence that, you know, this thing's gonna go off when I'm kind of expecting it to. There's not a lot of trigger creep in there. The scope, it operated very nice. I feel good about both of these. With all that being considered, for those of you that are TenPoint dealers, you know better than I do how awesome these things are and how much the consumers love them. For those of you that are not and you're thinking about doing it, Titan 400, give it a go. It's the move. So once again, thank you for all of you for joining on episode 10. Thank you to TenPoint for being a fantastic partner, and we look forward to episode 11. Thanks for being the best part of Kinseys. Have a great day.